How to make up to $1,000 a week for free with no ad spend on your guys' e-commerce stores. What's going on, guys? Yash here, back again with another video for you guys. I'm super pumped to make this video. Now, for those of you guys don't know what I do, or most of the viewers on this channel, I guess do is something called e-commerce drop shipping, okay? Where what it means is you basically have an online store, okay? I personally use the Shopify hosting platform. You sell products on your platform, okay? You drive traffic to it, right? And then once you drive traffic to it and someone places an order, you place that order through your supplier and your supplier sends it directly to the customer. So if you guys want to know more about e-commerce, how to get into e-commerce, or or already are into e-commerce, feel free to drop a join on my Facebook group below in the description. It's called Ecom Masterminds. We're growing very rapidly now, so I look forward to seeing you guys over there. So let's backtrack. How do you actually drive traffic to your online store, to your e-commerce store, right? If you guys want consistent sales and scalable sales, right? Now I'm talking about doing 5, 6, 7 figures a month. You guys need to utilize online marketing or any sort of paid traffic, right? Digital marketing or social media marketing. For many of you guys that are just starting out, or even people who have been in the game for a long time now, depending on your situation, you may not have the proper capital or the proper cash flow to actually invest into a source of paid traffic. I personally use Facebook advertisements and Instagram advertisements. However, a lot of people use Snapchat, Pinterest, Twitter, Google AdWords. Okay, there's a bunch of online paid traffic methods that you guys can utilize to drive that paid traffic. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about how you can, drive free traffic without any ad spend to your guys' store. Now, obviously, guys, keep in mind with free traffic, unless you guys have a large organic base or organic following, it's hard to get to that, 6, 7 figures a month. But you guys can definitely at least make $1,000 a week, and I'm telling you guys, it's possible because this is something I did myself. When I didn't have a lot of cash flow and I was first starting out 2.5 years ago, right? I was just in college, I was broke. I didn't have the proper money and I didn't have the proper knowledge to invest into advertisements and drive traffic to my website. Okay, so guys, first things first, if you guys already have an e-commerce store or online store set up, make sure you guys have social media pages, okay? Facebook and Instagram are main. They're very vital. So what you guys should be focusing on first is building your social presence on Instagram and on Facebook, okay? You want to drive that traction up. You want people to engage with you guys, okay? People commenting, people liking, people sharing, okay? That's how you're going to get more and more organic traffic and more organic reach to your online store. So just for example, guys, these guys, I came across their Instagram just a few days ago, actually, Moosh Socks. So obviously you can see that, they are selling socks, okay, of different sorts. Now, I'm not sure if they're drop shipping or not. They may be. But obviously they did a very good job in branding their site and branding their Instagram to make it look professional. Okay, so you guys can see how they have their logo, their bio is very professional, it's very direct. They're also utilizing story posts. Story posts are very effective in terms of getting more engagement. I recommend posting a few times a week. And they're also, using highlights, different highlights, which is very professional and makes people engage, right? They're also posting very frequently, like you can see for this, they posted 5 days ago, then they posted again 5 days ago. So they're posting on a consistent basis, okay, guys? And what they're also doing here is they're posting different kinds of content, pictures, videos, for the most of the time, pictures. But what I'm saying is they're not always selling, okay? They're not always saying like, hey, buy our product, buy this, buy now, 50% sale, okay? They have a pattern, and once you recognize that pattern in terms of how you want to post, you'll get into that rhythm. Okay. Now Facebook's algorithm did change a few months ago, or sorry, Instagram's algorithm did change a few months ago, which are causing some accounts to, have a lower reach, and that's completely fine. But, how to overcome that or how to really maintain that engagement is what you want to do first of all, is not only post consistently, not only post a different kind of content. Again, you want to post a different kind of content because you don't want your audience to get bored. You don't want them to get overwhelmed and just be like, oh, this is super boring. Um, but what they're also doing here is, they're posting a different variation of content, right? And they're also using relevant hashtags. They're using creative captions. In terms of hashtags, I recommend posting 15 to 20. Now, these can be in the description or these can even be in the comments below. It doesn't matter. But I like to use 5 large hashtags in the millions, 5 to 10 medium-sized hashtags in the hundred thousands, and then about 5 to 7 smaller hashtags, right? Maybe in the few thousands. Okay, so that will really expand your reach across all different levels of audiences that are actually using this hashtag. Okay, so once you start posting, now you're not going to gain 1,000 followers overnight. But obviously, once you start posting on a consistent basis, once you start interacting with your audience, people are going to start following you back, commenting on your pictures, reacting to your stories, reacting to your highlights, right? You want to really utilize the platform to its full potential. Okay, and over time, you're going to start getting organic traffic and ultimately organic sales. Okay, now it kind of works as a snowball effect, right? The bigger you get, and the more traction you get, right? As long as you're consistent, you're going to start getting, a higher number of consistent um, traffic and ultimately sales to your guys' website. So a lot of people neglect or a lot of people overlook posting on social media. That again comes with brand authenticity, and that also comes just kind of with branding in general and creating a social presence. At the end of the day, you want to create a community around your store. You want people to actually like your content and get value out of it, right? Or some kind of entertainment, or you want them to feel some sort of way. Again, just going back to my point, they're not only posting their socks saying buy this, buy this, buy this, sale, sale, sale. Again, don't be salesy. You're not always trying to sell people, right? You're building a community. Um, you can see here, they have pictures of their socks. Here you're just posting, another type of product, or let's scroll down. Here, right, they're posting another type of product, or sorry, another type of picture. Actually, someone utilizing the actual product or the actual um, apparel they're actually selling, which again makes it very, very effective. Human perception is very effective. Actually, someone utilizing or showcasing or wearing the product, by the way. Okay. So if you guys have like stock HD images, I like to use this site called Pexels, Pexels, Unsplash and Burst, right? Those sites have stock HD images that you can use for your guys' online stores. Um, if you guys have your own products, that's even better. So you guys can create custom content like these guys are, which really again, makes your brand really authentic. And again, people like that. Okay, so that's what they're doing here, guys. I like to post a variation. I'll post like 3 or 4 or 2 to 4 pictures of sometimes of something else relating to my niche, and sometimes the next picture will be like a product, right? So you want to keep a variation, you want to keep a pattern. That same goes with your story, guys. Use your story to interact with people. Same with your highlights, right? Exclusive deals, sales, new products, new collections, right? Be interactive, really speak to your guys' audience, and over time, guys, I promise you, your Instagram will gain more of a reach, more of a follower base, and that will ultimately drive that traffic, organic traffic, and even organic sales. Someone who I coach, someone who I mentor, they were able to, raise their followers to about like 0 to literally 7,000 in the span of like 90 days. And now they get like 20 to 30 sales a week organic, right? Without any ad spend. But why? Because they were consistent, right? They were offering value. They were building a community through their Instagram, through their social media. Okay, now the same concept goes with Facebook. With Facebook, you can post videos, you can share articles, you can share blogs. You can have like a little write up. For example, let's say you're in the fitness niche. Okay, oh, you can share an article of top 10 ways to stay fit in 2020. And then at the bottom, you can be like, oh, hey, by the way, check out our hot trending products. Monetize that post. Okay, so you want to give value and then sell them on something. So again, these are just ideas in terms of what to post. Blogs, articles, newsletters, other videos, your own content, right? Facebook, it's more versatile in terms of what you can really post. But I really recommend posting at least 3 to 6 times a week on both Instagram and Facebook and being consistent with it, okay? One other thing you guys can do is, go to bigger pages in your niche. For example, let's say you guys have a sock store, right? You're selling socks, you're drop shipping socks. You guys can go into the followers of a bigger page like this, which is in the same niche, and you can actually DM people like, hey, by the way, I run and operate a company called XYZ. We just launched. I thought that you'd like our new collection. Definitely feel free to check it out and share it with a friend. Or you can take another approach and be like, hey, I recently bought something from XYZ. I see that you're following Moosh Socks, and I think, you would really like, the apparel or the accessories on there. So you don't even have to act like you own the company. You can act like a potential customer, okay? So you can take both approaches with that. But, you can manually DM people, right? You can put in that work to DMing 30, 40, 50 people a day. Now, be careful with this. You don't want to get banned. So, you don't want to DM like hundreds of people at one time. Do it into segments, 20, 30, 40 people at a time, okay? So that's something that you guys can do also, besides just being consistent and being engaged on your Instagram and Facebook, okay? And the same thing you can do on Facebook, which, we're going to go over in just a little bit. Now, I know I mentioned like blogs and articles and stuff like that. So you guys can share other people's articles and blogs on Facebook or on Instagram, maybe like a swipe up story or something. But obviously make sure you guys give credit. One other thing you can do is write your own blog. Okay, you can outsource this on a freelancer website such as Fiverr or Upwork, or you can even write your own blogs. Now you can post as many times a month. I know people posting daily blogs. I know people posting only like 3 times a month. So it really depends on you. But if your blog is SEO optimized, and it's relating to your website. Now, SEO optimized means search engine optimized, meaning when someone searches for something in Google, a query, your blog will pop up if it relates to that query or, that industry or that niche, basically. Okay. So as this ranks up, that also opens doors to, getting an organic traction base to your guys' store. Okay. So blogs are a great way to build community, to give value, and also to get organic traffic. So I highly, highly recommend looking into that, especially if you want to build something long term and something sustainable. Okay, so you guys can basically monetize your blogs. And you can also have other people pay you to post advertisements on your blogs, which is a whole nother different topic. Okay, so you see how that kind of goes hand in hand, but it also opens, other streams of incomes and other opportunities too. So definitely, guys, look into writing a blog or just having some sort of blog, if you want to build something sustainable and want revisiting customers and quality customers and lifetime customers, right? All of this is basically, guys, free ad spend. The only thing that is going in this is your actual time. That's the only thing, right? The effort. So moving on to Facebook, we went over already posting on Facebook. The same way you're posting on Instagram. Be creative, be innovative, add your own touch to it. There's no right or wrong way to post, right? Obviously, you want to make sure that your pictures are HD and whatever you're posting is relevant. Okay. So now let's say that you are in the pets niche, right? I know that's very, very basic, guys, but just for kind of uh, time constraints, right? So what you guys can do is just type in dogs, okay? What you guys can do is go to pages. Now you want to look for pages that have over 50K followers or at least 50K likes, at least for a bare minimum. So you can see that 342 people like this page called dogs. Now, pages are completely public to people. Um, you can see that there's over 300 there's over 300,000 people that actually follow this. Okay. Now, this is kind of the same approach I was talking to you about how to DM people on Instagram, but in this case, you're going to be actually posting and not acting as the online business owner. Okay, even if you own the pet knit store, even if you're the online business owner, you don't want to sound as the owner, right? You can say something like this. Oops, my autocorrect. Hey guys, I recently bought, let's just say, a bought this really cool dog collar for my German Shepherd. Be specific. That changes colors. I think you guys should definitely check it out here. Have your link xyz right .com. My dog absolutely loves it, and it makes him look super handsome. Okay, so now what's going to happen is people of this group who are engaged and who are following it will see your post. Okay, maybe like 2 out of 10 people will actually visit or even buy something, but that's fine, guys, right? You can't expect, obviously, so much in terms of free traffic or organic traffic. Okay, but again, this is something that's relevant. You can also post something like that. If you go down, go to any video, picture, or post basically in general that's being posted on that group in the last 48 hours. For example, something like this, right? 453 thumbs up and 191 comments. You can even comment on that specific picture or that specific video or post and comment the same thing. Okay, you can even comment it or post it on the actual page, like how we went over. Obviously, guys, don't spam it. You don't want to be removed or banned or blacklisted, but 1 or 2 posts, 1 or 2 times a day, that's completely fine. Okay, you can even again DM people who have commented or who have interacted on a video like this. Okay, like, hey, by the way, I saw your comment on the dogs cats LN page. Thought you might like this dog collar that I just bought for my German Shepherd. Definitely check it out. Okay. Now, DMing people, sometimes you might get a negative response. Some people may not like it, but again, it's all about taking chances. It's all about a numbers game. I don't like saying that, but in reality, it is almost a numbers game. Okay, you want to be authentic, you want to be genuine, and again, reach out to as many people as possible. Now, you guys can do this on a multitude of pages. You can do it on 5 pages, or you can do it on 50 pages a day. It all depends on how much time you want to invest into it, right? But even if you spend an hour or 2 a day, combining all these different methods and strategies and tactics, you'll still be productive, and I guarantee you'll get at least a few sales a day, guys. Okay, assuming you guys have a right product, a optimized product page, and a well enough funnel. Okay, your website obviously matters as well. Okay, which is again a whole nother different topic. So guys, that's what you guys can be doing. Another thing you guys can do is go to dogs again, and you can do the same thing in groups. Now, sometimes groups are a little bit more engaged because people actually are willingly joining that group. So you can also join a group. This one has 120K members and 2.5 posts a day, guys. So you guys can see that this is very, very active. The community within this is very active. Now, you guys can take this exact same approach, okay? Now, you guys can use different keywords, specific keywords, dogs, pets, German Shepherds, whatever you guys want in your own specific niche, okay? It's always important to kind of mess around with the keywords, and, post this on multiple pages, okay? Something else you can do now, not a lot of people do this, but obviously these groups and these pages are owned by someone. Okay, now what you can do is you can work something out. Like, hey, first of all, you want to build rapport with and trust and a relationship with whoever owns the group. Start out by having some small talk, introduce your online business. Say you're an online business owner, tell them like, hey, I think your audience and my audience will really, really benefit from this. Okay, how about you or I, whichever is better, post, a few times a week on your group, okay? And, sorry guys, and come on. So how about you and I, we post a few times a week or once or twice a week on your group, okay? You guys can and now you guys decide what you want to post, okay? It can be, or promote, it can be your product, or it can be a certain collection, whatever you guys want. So you tell them, how about you or I, we post 1 or 2 times a week, or however many times they agree to, and out of like all the revenue, I'll give you 20 or 30% of that revenue. Okay. So a lot of people will agree to this. Not a lot of people will, but a lot of people, will actually consider it. Okay. So don't just be like, hey, I have this website. Let's do a promotion. You post for me or I post on the group and I'll give you 30%. No. Again, build relationship, build rapport, build trust. Okay. So that's another thing you guys can do. And you guys can also do this with influencers. Not personal influencers, but maybe like general influencers or general pages or meme pages or niche specific pages. You guys can do that. Not a lot of people will agree to do it, but if you get lucky, if you contact the right one, the more you contact, the more you'll get a chance to really have that opportunity. That's something that you guys can do. So, guys, just a quick wrap up. Post on Instagram. Utilize the Instagram and Facebook platform. You can do blog posts. You can have that outsourced, or you can even write your own. On Facebook, you can reach out to different pages, reach out to different groups, and post on there, like how I demonstrated earlier. And on Instagram, influencer pages and Facebook groups and pages, you can even reach out to the owner, whoever is contributing or moderating or is an admin of that group, and work something out, where you have a post, which, you post yourself or the actual owner, work something out a few times a month, once a week, it depends. And, you give them a certain percentage of your actual revenue, okay? So, guys, take action. If you guys don't have ad spend, if you don't guys have the proper knowledge to utilize ad spend, that's fine. Start out by this. This will obviously help you define your customer type, your audience persona, who your ideal type is. And it'll also start building up data on your guys' ad account. Okay, always make sure that your Facebook pixel, which is a little bit of code, that you have it installed on your guys' stores, because any traffic, and especially if it's from groups and pages like this or from your Instagram, if that's where it's coming from, that's all relevant, at least warm traffic, right? Or at least cold traffic turning into warm traffic. So, that's always good. You can generate revenue like this, save that up, and then later invest it into paid marketing. Okay, guys? So take action, put in the time. If I can make it work when I was first starting out, you guys can definitely make it work as well. If you guys need any help in terms of paid marketing, advertising, all things in e-commerce, okay? I'm offering one-on-one consulting calls, or I like to call them one-on-one growth calls, where you and I, we hop on Skype or Zoom, we screen share, we really take a look at your pain points and your weaknesses, and we really try to figure out how to get you to the next level. So I only take 20 of these to to really make it fair for myself, because I really like to give my utmost time to whoever I have these calls with. So I only have 20 of these a month. So, I'll leave that link in the description below if you guys do want to hop on a one-on-one growth call. Other than that, guys, be sure to check out my Facebook group, Ecom Masterminds. Follow me on Instagram. Check out my last video. Like this video, guys, if you, obviously got some value and some insight. And guys, subscribe, because, Q4, quarter four is not done yet. So, a lot more content coming out for you guys. With that being said, guys, I'll check you guys out soon. Comment if you have any questions, or if you guys want me to make a specific video, and I will, definitely try my best to cover that for you guys. Thank you guys so much once again. I love you guys, and I'll check you guys out soon. Peace.